Alright guys, so a few weeks ago we did our first ever Newlywed challenge. It was Kate and I against my cousin and his new wife, which is Aaron and Sailor. Today we're going to have part 2 or round 2, where Kate and I are going to have our first ever competition, Newlywed competition, against the not so newlyweds, my wife's parents, or my parent-in-laws. I think that's how that's said.
My mom and dad.
Basically, Andy and I are going to have a seat and we're going to answer a set of questions, and then Ellen and Kate are going to sit down and they're going to answer what they thought we responded to those. Whatever answers match up to each other's, we get 5 points for, and whatever couple ends with the most points is the ultimate couple, and as usual, the only real couple, the only real people on this earth. I'm going to read the first one, and then you'll read the next one, okay? The first question is, what is your spouse's favorite TV show?
I'm going to go with Dr. Paul. He's a veterinarian. She loves animals. She watches all the time.
I've literally never heard of that show.
Dr. Paul.
I mainly watch movies, so she's
it's an animal
into TV
clinic.
shows.
It's an animal clinic, and she likes animals, and we watch it all the time.
I'm going to say The Office. You ever watch The Office?
Yeah, occasionally.
We've done the marathon a few times, so I'm going to go ahead and for question number 1, I'm going to say The Office, and hopefully we're right with that. We better be right with that because we both love The Office.
Okay.
First question is, what's your spouse's favorite TV show?
Oh, what I think is my favorite TV show?
So what you're saying is you're responding what you think we responded.
Okay, well, it's either the animal shows that I watch, or he would say I watch, like The Walking Dead, but I'm going to go with Dr. Paul, veterinary.
You got it, Dr. Paul.
And he literally goes, I don't care if I lose the whole thing. If she gets that first question, that's all that matters.
Dr. Paul.
I think I have to go with The Office. That's the show that we have watched the most together. And I think it's my overall favorite, so I'm going to say The Office.
Yes. And I told Andy, I'm
Two
like, there can't be any questions there. It has to be The Office.
Yeah.
I know it's your favorite show.
Hey, Dr. Paul's a hard guess.
Okay, question number 2. Who is more adventurous, me or my wife? That's an easy one for me. It's my wife. She's jumped off bridges in her life. I would never do that. I'm scared of heights. She rides roller coasters. I don't like them.
See, I'm like you, but so is your daughter. So,
Ellen's more adventurous. I'm going to say Ellen.
I'm going to say I'm more adventurous. I think she's going to... Nope, we're going to say she is.
I think she's going to say she is.
She is. We're going to say her.
Question number 2. Who is more adventurous? I am more adventurous. I'm a more adventurous. I eat food that I've never eaten before. I like to go places I've never been before. Did you think you're more adventurous?
No. You can't take his reaction.
Oh.
He's got it.
I'm going to say it's me. I think it's me.
It is Ellen.
Oh.
Okay. I was like, there's no way that Dad is more adventurous than Mom in any world.
He's very self-aware about it.
I'm kind of more social. I'm kind of more social than he is. I'm going to say me as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
He agonized over that one, though.
I remember usually are like, oh, we can go out and do this activity. I'm like, or we could watch a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 3. If your spouse could choose a superpower to have, what would it be?
Her superpower would be kill the world with kindness.
But is that what she would choose? I think it's what she would choose to have.
No, she would not choose that.
She's too humble.
She would not choose that one.
I'm going to go ahead and
Oh,
say
man.
super strength for Kate for
Can I
no
phone
good
a
reason.
friend?
Phone a friend. Is that friend Ellen?
I'm going to go with kill the world with kindness.
This isn't going to work for me, but I'm going to say super strength.
Question number 3 is, if your spouse could choose a superpower to have, what would it be? I know that if I could choose a superpower for myself, it would be the ability to control time, and be able to choose to stop time and then choose who could be moving with me in it. So you can pause time and do things.
That's really complex. That's a lot of stuff.
It is.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
No. I literally, you said we've had this conversation, I don't remember at all. I said super strength because, that's all I could think about, even though you kind of already have that.
Telepathy.
So.
I don't know if you'll think about this or not, but I have always wanted to talk to the animals.
Oh, I do remember that now.
That is what you said.
I wish it was.
But I'm curious to see what you think what I would have
His
said.
answer is comical. I'm like, and you know she's not going to say that. He's like, I know.
To kill the world with kindness.
Well, I mean, that's a nice backhanded compliment, I think, somehow. There's a compliment in there somewhere, I think.
Does
That
that
sounds-
imply that she doesn't already?
Yeah,
Oh,
is that
okay.
telling me I'm not kind and
She wants
I want
everyone to be kind. Well, we both missed that one.
Question number 4. If money were no object, where would we live together?
Have you guys talked much about this?
Not a lot.
Because you know you're stuck.
Well, she knows I won't live anywhere outside the United States, so
That's fair. I wouldn't either.
I'm gonna put North Carolina. She's talking about retiring and moving there.
Oh, I should have thought of it. Washington, Seattle. It is
Yeah.
so expensive, but it is beautiful there. Yep, there it is. I knew I was missing something here. I would have missed that.
So question number 4. If money were no object, where would you live together? We're not sure about a camper. Live together in a camper.
No, live together. Where?
I don't know, wherever we travel. Like we were going to go see the kids.
Is that your final answer?
Yes. Because
See,
that's
I'm not-
what.
I said it wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be.
Yes, that's true.
And I
But
wasn't really crazy about it anymore.
yes, but then we talked about it just recently and said that that would still be a good idea.
So Jared and I have talked about this, and we both really like the West Coast. I know that when we visited Seattle together, we both really liked the scenery, and outside the city, the more rural part of Seattle, it's super pretty, super expensive. But if money was no object, I think we would go to Seattle.
Yes.
Oh, good job.
Pulling a huge blank on this one. And I'm like, where would you say? And then it dawned on me. I'm like, oh, Seattle.
Seattle.
100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
definitely.
You know.
Okay, final question for the guys round, which is your spouse asks you to get fast food for dinner. Where do you stop? So she doesn't specify. It's up to you.
It's up to me. For her, she likes Chick-fil-A, but I never stop there. Where would I normally stop would be McDonald's. Now, we're going to argue over this because she's going to say something.
She's going to say something entirely
She's gonna say
different.
something entirely
Expose a
different.
whole new side.
I'm going to say McDonald's.
Honestly, I'm going to stop at Chick-fil-A knowing that she likes it there, and I think that's what she's going to guess. So I'm going to take a wing out here and say Chick-fil-A.
That is her favorite.
She loves Chick-fil-A.
Last question is: your spouse asks you to get fast food for dinner. Where do you stop?
I think I know your favorite, but I don't know what Andy.
What do you
I
think
don't
my favorite is?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. That is a good one. So if I was splurging and I wanted fast food, I would go with Chick-fil-A. So I'm gonna say Chick-fil-A.
Yes. I was so afraid you were going to say Panda because I'm like, oh yeah, she did regret not saying that last time.
Yeah.
But no, it's because fast food to me is Chick-fil-A. Panda's not necessarily fast food.
McDonald's is the obvious choice, but my favorite place, like if I really want to get something yummy, I've been stopping at Culver's.
I can't say no.
Dad is absolutely the worst with his facial expressions.
I think I'll have to go with McDonald's then.
McDonald's. Only because it's convenient. Not because
Did
you
you-
like it.
You went with that?
Yeah. well,
Only because his response to Culver's was,
You guys got 3 right, and we got 4 right.
yep.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
ending this round, Kate and I are in the lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's our turn to answer questions about our husbands. What's their favorite movie? And this is hard because both of our husbands really like movies. I know, okay, so Jared really loves Man of Steel, and he really loves Transformers 1 and 3. Maybe I can get like half points for Transformers, and if I get the second part right,
You get the whole point.
The whole
That sounds good.
okay. I think it's either Transformers 3 or Man of Steel.
I know that Andy always says his favorite movie of all time is Stripes. So I'm gonna go with Stripes and hope that that's true.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that, and we'll hope for the best.
Question number 1, what's your spouse's favorite movie? I have a lot of favorite movies.
I do too.
That's what Kate
I do
said,
too.
too.
Yeah.
My favorite movie is Stripes of all time.
I haven't even heard that, and I've heard a lot of your favorite movies. So, I like Transformers, the movies in general, but I've talked specifically about my all-time favorite movie being Man of Steel a lot, because that's a fabulous movie. I'm just going to go ahead and full send it. I'm going to say, final answer, Man of Steel.
That's my second.
No!
That's my second.
said it was between Transformers.
said Transformers 3.
Oh, that would have been my second guess. Dang it. But that's honestly fair, too.
What do you think I said?
I think she said Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Nope.
No?
Stripes.
You said Stripes.
Oh
Stripes.
my goodness. She actually...
I do know
She
you,
knows you
honey.
better than you think. I talk about Transformers, then I talk about Man of Steel as an individual movie. But I get it. It was a good response.
I should have
still.
went with Stripes.
Close
I
second.
had the movie. I should just go with my favorite movie.
Question number 2. What is your spouse's best feature? He has beautiful blue eyes.
Yeah.
And they kind of change depending on lots of different things, but they can kind of be gray, they can be blue, they can be a little greeny blue, so probably what I would have to go with.
Eyes. Mm-hmm. I think I'll have to go with his hair, because he has really nice curly hair, and it's just so nice to play with. It's just fluffy, and I think I'm going to go with his hair.
Okay, I'm going to say eyes. I'm not sure what Daddy would think I would say, but...
Question number 2. Question number 2. What is your spouse's best feature? My sense of humor, maybe?
That's tough.
It is tough.
I'm just gonna say hair.
Yes.
Yes.
told
Okay.
you.
Awesome. Hair high
told
five.
you. I knew that one.
Hair high five.
No.
I'm going to say my smile.
Oh, well, that's nice too, but that's not what it
Well, that's great.
Well,
I got
that's
more than-
nice, but no.
That's great. I got more than one.
I said when I first met you, the first thing I noticed about you was your blue
Dress?
eyes.
Granny's trying to tell me.
Granny-
I can't even look at Granny.
Oh, Granny's cheating.
Granny's pulling for Dad. I can tell you.
Granny, you can't do that.
Granny.
Well, I was doing this for him.
I knew what it was
She's
for
just trying
him.
to help everybody.
All right, question number 3 is, what is your spouse's dream job? But I think for Jared, his dream job right now is being a film director.
It would be a toss-up between being a football coach and a sports analyst. The guys that sit at the booth and...
That's exactly what I was
so
thinking for Dad.
that's kind of where I'm like... But I'm
Football.
going to go with football coach.
All right. Question number 3. What is your spouse's dream job? So again, what's ours?
I'll say a football coach.
Did I say that right? I did say coach. Remember, because I thought I was
Yep,
going to spell
football
couch.
coach.
Football coach.
That's even what Kate said. So I've actually, my problem is I've tossed around with my dream job a few times. Like director, as a film director, is like kind of the epicenter of that. But I have talked about other like side, smaller things. I can't think of what she'd say though, so I'm going to say final answer, just director.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
good job. Yeah.
Sweet.
So question number 4. Who is more honest? Now...
I think this is a really funny one.
Well, okay, so we're talking in relative terms here because we really are pretty honest people in general. Andy has a definite code of ethics. He often told your children when you were younger there was like different rules for when I was in the car. Right? There's different traffic
you
laws
can only-
when mom's in the car.
You can only run a red light if mom's not there, if there's no cops around, and if no one's coming.
Right. So I'm going to say I'm more honest because I think I'm more straightforward about things. It's like, and he does complain that I am very much a rule follower.
I feel like Jared's more upfront with people and like the things that he says. I don't know. Jared does have some of those dadisms where he kind of...
It's okay if.
Yeah. I am also going to say that I am more honest.
Okay.
Who is more honest? That is absolutely... Ellen is honest to a fault.
Way to turn a compliment into anything but.
Great at backhanded compliments, I'm telling you.
I'm going to go with Ellen.
That's correct.
Nice. Okay, once upon a time, I was the most honest person in the world. Like, I had never even white lied to Kate. Not that I'm super dishonest now, but I don't know. It's hard to say.
Comes with being a salesman.
Kate's pretty dang honest. I'm going to go ahead and say final answer. You?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, what is the score?
We have 35 and they have 25. Question number 5. Is your spouse a pessimist, an optimist, or a realist?
As you know, I was wondering if Dad would even know what those were. I would say Dad is an optimist. He thinks that things are going to go for the best way. Once we get into a situation, then he becomes a pessimist very quickly.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with Jared being a realist. He's definitely not an optimist, but I don't think he's very pessimistic. He's kind of been jaded by the world at this point. But I think it's just turned him more into a realist because I think he used to be an optimist, like all growing up, and then he went on his mission, and I think that turned him into a realist. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a realist for Jared.
Yeah.
All right, this last one's going to be worth 10.
All right.
Final question. This one is worth 10 points. So instead of 5 points, if we miss it and they get it, then they could be at a tiebreaker. The question is your spouse a pessimist, an optimist, or a realist? I'm going to full send the answer right now and say I'm definitely a pessimist.
No.
You're kidding
I
me.
said you're a realist.
You're kidding. I mean, I think I'm a realist, but everyone thinks they're a realist. So I thought you would say I'm a pessimist.
No, I thought that I said that before your mission you were an optimist, and then your mission turned you into a realist. But I didn't think you were quite a pessimist yet.
I'm pretty pessimistic. I complain a lot. Okay, so you guys actually have a shot at tie breaking with us if you get this right.
When I'm in a good mood, I'm a good optimist. When I'm in a bad mood, I'm a pessimist. You know, I could be either or on that one there. I'm going to have to go with pessimist.
Oh.
You said optimist?
I did. More like once you've started it, then you kind of become a pessimist, and it's never gonna be right.
But up front,
I think
usually
you're an
an
optimist. You're like you
lost.
always think.
So we won!
with the same score as last time.
So at the end of the day, we made it out with 35 and they made it out with 25?
Yep.
Oh, you guys had such a close shot too.
I know.
I
It's
know.
okay.
It's okay.
Our marriage will still survive.
Alrighty guys, that is it for today. So finally Kate and I actually won our own challenge.
Finally got one.
Yeah, we finally
Being
got
married for 30 years didn't really help us.
Well, it did. It brought us closer together in this case.
one. Yeah, in this case,
Way
you'll
to
win
be an
next
optimist,
time.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Way to be an optimist.
Forever the optimist, and I missed that question.
But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in.
Take
Later,
care.
guys.
I'm going to say my best characteristic.
Don't block your mouth from the microphone, so it's gonna have a hard time hearing it.
Sorry. I'm going to go with...
Is it a fire?
Are you now worshiping?
All right, we're going to calm the mic down. We're going to slow the mic down.